Good evening, everybody. This is Engineer Isaiah to YouTube. And yes, for those who are huge fans of Bachmann trains and HO scale, well, you're in luck because I think you're going to enjoy watching this video. Well, you guys are looking at one of Bachmann's latest HO scale electric model train sets. It is the Southern Pacific 4449 Daylight Special Passenger Train Set. Comes with a beautiful, highly detailed steam locomotive, three beautiful passenger coaches, just with one being the baggage car, the other one on the middle passenger car, and the third one on the observation car. It also includes train tracks and some instructions. You can see them sticking out right here. And here's the remote. Now, I bet you're probably wondering why this is just in a review instead of an unboxing video. When I bought this on Amazon, it arrived in the mail just like this. Like this. I was shocked to find out that it was not packaged up in a brown box and protected. The train set box itself was in terrible condition. And to make matters worse, there was no shrink wrap. There was no shrink wrap on the thing. It's probably because of that little thing that looks like that's normally attached to suitcases that allows you to carry suitcases. Which I find very stupid because as electric model train sets usually don't have that. Sorry about that. I had an itch in my throat. But anyway, this is a really cool train. Featuring the famous Southern Pacific 4449 steam locomotive in HO scale. And boy, this thing is just a beauty. Just a beauty. I really love how big the locomotive is. Of course, the camera thinks the train cars look pretty big, but you also have to remember that they're pretty small. Well, this is HO scale. Well, yeah, it's half the size of O gauge. This is a really cool modern train set I've been wanting to get for a long time. I don't plan on storing it away until I can get it in a shrink wrapped. And of course, thankfully I remembered to put plenty of tape on it so it keeps the box in better shape and in better condition. I just hope that the tape doesn't think about falling off before I get it shrink wrapped by hand. I will try to buy some shrink wrap on this Friday, and then Mom will help me get this train set shrink wrapped. Now, normally when I get Bachmann train set, that's the picture or is just the model train itself. But for some reason, and for this version, it's just a cartoonish looking picture of the train instead of the actual model train itself. I think it looks like some colors faded away. And I really can't decide either there's anything about the box that makes the train look a little cheap. It doesn't really look like an expensive model train. And to be honest, I actually paid over $300 for this on Amazon, but somehow it arrived in the mail exactly like this. No package, no brown on cardboard box to protect it. No shrink wrap, and the box itself was in terrible shape, which I found pretty disappointing. Mom said I could have sent it back, but it was already too late. So now I'm just making the best out of it. Hopefully, I'll get it shrink wrapped soon, and then hopefully it will look like it never got open. So I'm a little familiar with the Southern Pacific 4449, and I don't know too much history about it. But however, though, I can explain what I know. For one thing, Southern Pacific 4449 is a 4GS4 American type steam locomotive designed for pulling passenger trains across the country. It officially retired on somewhere in October 2nd. Okay. Good. I think it. Okay. And what year? I forgot what year on the date when the train retired, but it was eventually restored, either in 1974 or 1976. I'm not sure, but whatever the case is, when it was first restored, it was painted in blue, red, and white. I mean, for the American Freedom Train, train, which is really neat. I used to like the American Freedom Train version much more, but but growing up, um, the the Southern Pacific 4449, the original Southern Pacific 4449 has really grown on me. I do quite like the original Southern Pacific Daylight number 4449 better than the American Freedom Train in version of the 4449. And seriously, the locomotive is lovely, and I really like the tender. It's an oil tender, I believe. Even the side rods are just nice. It's amazing it's strange how the passenger cars are longer than the locomotive, and the baggage car itself is slightly shorter than the last two coaches. I also love the fact that the engine itself has two headlights. It's on the front. This train has been engine number 4449 has been part of my childhood for a very long time. I first saw it on TV when I first watched Isle of Toy Trains parts 7, 8, and 9. This was before I watched parts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then 6. Watching Isle of Toy Trains was how I discovered the Southern Pacific 4449. As a kid, I always thought it kind of looked like Gordon. But in my opinion, it's really Santa Fe 3751. I've always thought that one kind of looked like Gordon too. But still, those are. This locomotive has been part of my childhood for quite a long time, and since I was a kid during the 2000s. I didn't know much about it back then, but I've grown up getting to know more about it. Now, the locomotive itself, the Southern Pacific 4449, and is based on a real train. Engine number 4449 was built by the Lima Locomotive Works in May 2000. It was built by the Lima Locomotive Works in May 1941. It was one of the last American steam locomotives ever built. Of course, it really wasn't long before diesel locomotives started taking over the railway. After all, the 1930s was the decades in diesel locomotives started coming in. Of course, I didn't really think diesel locomotives existed during the 1930s. I thought diesel locomotives didn't get invented until the 1950s, but I was wrong about that. I love how big this train set is, and I've always wanted to get it. Now, I'm going to flip it around so I can show you the other side. This is what the back of the box looks like. And if I zoom in, you'll see the picture of the model train and chugging along the tracks with its three coaches. And if I read to you, the box says, as there are a few trains more evocative of the golden era of the railroading that and the Southern Pacific Daylight, displaying vibrant tones of orange, white, and red, and reminiscent of a Pacific Coast sunset. The Daylight Streamliners operated express services between Los Angeles and San Francisco, while locomotives carrying the same scheme could be found across Southern Pacific rails from Portland, Oregon to New Orleans, Louisiana. with the daylight special set, you can relive the glorious this the glorious era of Western and streamlined steam and HO scale. And if we look at the bottom left onto the box, it says the train set is for ages 14 and up, and on this over here on the left set is the complete ready to run on HO scale electric train set include Southern Pacific GS 444 484 steam locomotive with smoke and operating headlight, 72 smooth side baggage car, 85 smooth side coach with interior or lighting, 85 smooth side observation car with interior lighting, 81 45 oval snap fit easy track, including 16 pieces of 22 radius curved track and 7 pieces of straight track and 1 plug-in terminal or rerouter, power pack and speed control. Illustrated an illustrated instruction manual. It also says, as you can look up more information about the train set by going to www.bachmanntrains.com. Bachmann Industry is incorporated. It is made in China. 1400 East Erie Avenue, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 19124 USA. USA. Hey. See. I think, even though I got this from Amazon, I think it wasn't Amazon who shipped it to me. It was somebody else who shipped it, because you can sell things on Amazon too, the same way you sell stuff on eBay. They World's Greatest Hobbies model trains. I think that's the name of a model road hobby shop. But I literally ordered it on Amazon and I paid over $300 to get it new. And this is how it arrives in the mail, which is a bit of a bummer for me. Now, I don't really have too much to say left about the train set, considering the fact I'm just impressed with the way how it looks, even though the box was in pretty terrible shape. Even it didn't have any shrink wrap, and there was no box to protect it. It just arrived like this. Hopefully in the future, Amazon and Bachmann will correct these more in the future, and remember to shrink wrap their products before shipping them. As a matter of fact, before I go, I do want to show you some more new model trains I got. Earlier today, I got these amazing non-HO or non-N gauge die-cast plastic and metal model trains. Model trains. They're made by a toy company called Maisto, which normally makes toy cars, which I have a few of those. I already lost 2 box cars, but the rest of the trains are okay. Okay, here we have a Burlington freight train right here. Here we got on a Burlington Northern freight train. I'm pulling 4 box cars. Alaska, half freight and half passenger train right here. Here with 2 cabooses, 2 coaches, and a hopper in the middle. 2 steam locomotives, Texas and Pacific 473 and Burlington route number 1548. And we have a Santa Fe diesel locomotive, which has the number 22. Now, I definitely got these small trains earlier. They're from a good friend of mine. His name is Charles. Brother. Of course, I call him Brother Charles. He's one of he's one of my friends from church. Urchin, I just want to say thank you, Brother Charles, for getting me these trains earlier, and I really like them. And they really do look nice on my shelf. So sadly, I broke 2 box cars by accident trying to display them on this edge right there on the sink. Of course, and of course, I have some other model trains on display behind, and the smaller ones, which are bigger, and behind those bigger trains are my VHS tapes. Those tapes, which I happen to have Union Pacific's Clinchfield Challenge right next to Spy Kids 2 Island of Lost Dreams, and there goes a train. And there's a train. And that's pretty much all I have to say about the Southern Pacific Daylight. I'll flip it around one more time. Then I'll close up. Okay, guys, it's facing forward again, and I just want to say that this is one of my coolest train sets I've gotten so far. I will try to buy some shrink wrap and use the blow dryer, or so Mom and I can get the shrink wrapped before I store it away in my brown closet, which is where I keep most of my brand new trains. I keep all of my brand new Thompson Friends merchandise in those white cabinets over there. And I keep more brand new products, like in the white closet and on the right. And of course, the shelf right here is where I keep my very first 2 My Little Pony toys, which I reviewed previously. For some reason, though, somebody wrote the number 73 remotely, not once, not twice, but twice, but 3 times on the box. If you are interested in purchasing this train set yourself, though, I really do recommend you buy it on Amazon. If you want your package to arrive as quickly as possible. However, though, just to be sure, or if you want to buy this on Amazon, be sure to expect your Bachmann train set to not have any shrink wrap. Expect the box to be in terrible condition and expect it to arrive with no packaging. And it could arrive like that depending on how it's shipped to you. If you rather, you can probably also buy this train set on eBay for the same price, or you can go through a good Bachmann dealer and simply buy this train set at any local model railroad hobby shop wherever model trains are sold. So yeah, if you really want to buy this train set, you should definitely buy it on Amazon or eBay. Or if you rather buy it at a store, I recommend you visit a model railroad hobby shop that sells model trains. You can visit Dibble's Hobby. You should visit Dibble's Hobby. It had this train set for sale there, which is located in the state of Texas, which is where I live. Of course, I live. I kind of forgot what city it was. Was it Floresville or San Antonio? Whatever it was, that's just where Dibble's Hobby is. You'll be able to find on this train set there. And if World's Greatest Hobbies is actually a real model road hobby shop, you should definitely visit there, or visit other model road hobby shops for purchasing this train set, or you can simply find it at a thrift store if you really do plan on buying it used. But if you plan on buying it new, you better either visit a model road hobby shop or buy it on eBay or Amazon. And hopefully you can go through a good Bachmann dealer and get it for a lower price. Keep in mind, I paid over $300 for this train set. Instead, in the meantime, I just want to, and I'm not exactly sure where these came from. However, though, if you are interested in purchasing these Maisto model trains too, I'm very positive you can find them on eBay or Amazon, depending on how rare or common they are. But if you want these Maisto trains or this Bachmann Daylight Special, find them at a store, wherever toy trains can be sold, or simply buy them on the internet. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. And remember, God made you special, and He loves you very much. Goodbye.